This one just stops right in the middle of the river. Not exactly good for navigation. Alright, that goes down to there. And then everything else sits on the ground. Nice. Good, very good. And here we do that. Jonas Noob Hour, hi, welcome. So I do that there, and then that is on stilts as well. Up to there. Just cleaning up this trackway, Jonas. Let's see, that does that. I need to test if I broke anything too, building this. Anyway, one thing at a time. That goes to there. That goes to there. So Jonas says, yeah, I was creeping for a bit, thought I'd say hi. Well, hi. You can creep if you want. The only thing is when you creep, I don't know you're there, and so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a bit odd. 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, and then 3. It's probably a bit better. I mean, I should finish the sentence. The sentence was gonna be I don't know people are there, and then sometimes I just end the stream not realizing people are still watching. Anyway. Two, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 5. Let's not worry too much about that. Oh, I should put the legs down. Oh, I did put the legs down, I'm crazy. Minecraft, the latest update, they put in illagers and pillagers, whatever that means. I'm guessing that's mostly for survival. Jonas says, I don't know if you want all the purple supports to go to the ground so that you can't see dirt, but you missed one if so. Oh, real? Where? Where did I miss one? Where? How far back are you talking about? I saved the coordinates. You... 64... Oh, 64... Wait. 70... 72... 100... 100... Oh, 1270... Ah, I see. Nice, Jonas. I appreciate the attention to detail. Detail is important. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, when you're like building, like you're an architect or a builder, you build something and then you leave, and you're like, alright, my job's done. Right, I built this thing. But then people live in that building for decades and decades. And so, like the people who live in your buildings, they have decades to find all the little bits you got wrong. Whereas you just build the thing and you're gone as an architect. Like, alright, my job's done. But then other people, like the people who actually live in the buildings, they'll find it eventually. It might take them 10 years or so. But eventually they find all your mistakes. And so if you want to be like a really good architect, you need to have attention to detail. To build a house that like nobody finds any mistakes, even after 20 years or so. I'm not sure what happens there. Do I keep that open? I usually close this, don't I? I guess we can keep that open. Alright, whatever you like, Jonas. 1, 2, 3, I'll just be here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put the 5 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, I good? Just talking about the illages and pillages, which is like pillaging. That I believe it's a combat-based update where you're supposed to defend villages from invasions, which I understand. A lot of video games is about violence and conflict. It's just that with Minecraft, there's no prescribed gameplay. There's no prescribed constructive gameplay, I guess is what I want to say. Like, for example, you play SimCity. Well, SimCity is a bit emergent. It's not quite as clearly defined. When you play games like Anno, for example, Anno will give you specific objectives to, say, build a town with 1,000 people in it, and that's your objective. And it's a constructive, objective-based game is what I'm trying to say. Whereas Minecraft, the constructive stuff is pretty much always just emergent or player defined. Like, I'm building a giant train network. There's no one giving me the objective to build a giant train network. The destructive or the competitive PvE gameplay, I guess that's kind of open too, right? You just go mining and you have to fight your way through spiders and zombies and whatnot. I just want to note that the structured play in Minecraft is more often destructive, and the constructive gameplay is sandbox. Not entirely sure what my point is. I'm not entirely sure that I have a point. I guess it's just an observation. I mean, a game like Civilization, they'll give you like different ways to win, right? There are victory conditions. You can conquer the world and win through military conquest. Or you can get like cultural victories or scientific victories, build a spacecraft, go to Mars or something, whichever one it is. So there's multiple victory conditions in Civilization, and some of them are peaceful, some of them are violent. So it gives you excuses or encouragement to do either way. Minecraft doesn't really have explicit objectives as much, but there are implicit objectives, like, you know, kill a wither, or 5, 6, 7, or like go to the end and kill the ender dragon. But why? But why is it killing things? Why kill the ender dragon? Why not make friends with the ender dragon? Why not build a house for the ender dragon? You know what I mean? Because Minecraft is a building game too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's make that line up with the other side. You know what? Let's do that as well. And I've said this before, but it's been a while. The wither destroys blocks wherever it moves, and the ender dragon flies through blocks wherever it moves. So you have these boss enemies that ignore the stuff that you build, which strikes me as strange, because the game is all about building, it seems to me. And then you create these boss monsters that ignore all buildings. So why do you have blocks? Why do you have the ability to place blocks if your bosses just ignore them? Anyway, it's just a minor issue, because you don't have to go to the end if you don't want to. You don't have to fight the wither if you don't want to. Just saying. It seems strange. And even like ocean temples, most of it is like, most of the challenges, most of the like content, the defined content, not the random content, involves exploration and killing things. You can expand the village, right? You can recruit some villagers and start your own village. So that's kind of a construction-based gaming objective. But then I tried it. After you get to a certain population size, zombies just spawn in the middle of your village to kill things. That completely ruined that game for me. I was having so much fun just building a bigger and bigger village. 3, 4, 5. And then zombies just randomly appear, even in fully lit places. And they spawned half buried in the ground, hey Jonas, which is kind of strange too. So they just can't leave it alone. They just can't leave you to build. They have to like make something and have you kill something for some reason. Anyway, I don't play survival anymore. That's just the ground. Let me close that off. It's kind of not worth looking into it. Let me just close that off. And close this off. I am talking about Minecraft and like the kind of activities in Minecraft. And more generally, Jonas, constructive based gameplay versus destructive based gameplay. Like killing mobs and mining is inherently destructive, right? Whereas building a city is inherently constructive. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it seems like the game often implies that you should destroy, but very rarely, almost never, implies that you should build. People do build stuff in Minecraft, but it's almost like they do it of their own initiative, and the game never really encourages them to build. And by encouraging, I guess what I mean is, like, if a bunch of zombies spawn, then you have to protect yourself against the zombies. So the game encourages you to defend yourself, otherwise you die. And so you engage in combat with NPCs, which is destructive. And conversely, the constructive stuff seems mostly just motivated by people wanting to build cool stuff. Jonas says, yeah, I like some bit of multiplayer collab games that isn't just shooting things a lot of times in the face. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Jonas. I was thinking about Civilization, if you play that. The thing with building games is that they often take a long time to play. Like, it takes ages to build stuff. Maybe if there was some way to make it easier for people to hop in and hop off to build stuff, they don't necessarily have to commit hundreds of hours to building a civilization. But if they choose to, they can. Maybe that'll be cool. Oh, I need to go to the outside. Let me get out of here. I need to go outside and check the outside to see if that's all good. So where did I stop? Was like here? Jonas says I did ages ago.